So having looked at kind of an internal bottom bracket, which is a bit more of a faff really, in this day and age a lot of the bottom brackets are now external, the bearings are external, makes things a bit easier really in terms of removal. Certainly with modern crank arm systems as well, it's a little bit more easy. They vary between manufacturers, but we're looking at a Shimano here. A couple of things to think about. First things first, you're going to loosen off the bolts that hold the crank arm on, the non-drive side. And again, you will need a specialist tool for these. Which is this device here, which fits in a little cup here. A little bit of friction, line it up, push it in, and turn it round. And that comes out very nice and easily. If you don't undo your crank arm bolts to start with, you will not be able to undo that. Okay, and you risk mashing it up. You will need to undo the inner bolt all the way, because there is a locking mechanism which will not unlock unless you extract that fully, which should allow us then to lift up the locking mechanism, and then off she comes. I'm just going to pop that back in for a second. So no need to tease it with a rubber mallet or anything else. If you get it right, it should just slide off nicely. Flip side, we're going to remove the chain from the rings. And here we might need to tease it slightly with a mallet.
Done well.
Out she comes. Which leaves us with the removal of our BB, the external bearings. Now these are nicely marked with tighten, untighten, which makes it a lot easier to get the angles right. Again, you're going to need a specific tool which simply fits over and away you go. Untightens nicely, nice and freely. You'll notice on these there may well be spacers depending on the size of your BB. There's only two options. On the 68s you're going to put one spacer on the non-drive side when you replace it and two on the drive side. With the 73s we're looking at just one spacer, and that's on the inside of on the drive side. So I simply undo the non-drive and repeat the process on the other side, pull it out, swap it over, making sure the spacers are correctly inserted, and then reverse the process, starting with the drive side, etc, etc.